Okay, guys, we'll do the usual embargo. 10:30 for Sunday evening, please. If you could give me your name and organisation for your question, please, that'd be great.
Pep, 5-0 looks very convincing. Do you think it was a 5-0 game?
Well, result is a result. So sometimes win, lose, draw. The result is the result. If we shoot 24 shoots, 10 on target. So we have an average, I think, 21. We are the best side in Europe in shoots. And we have to increase our on target. We want to increase our, because the first half we just 1-0, but we create enough chances to score more goals. But in general, especially the second half, we make a good performance. Help us. The fact that we scored the second one, the third one so quick, fast, and after we'll be easy. But we didn't concede again. One shoot on target, and that is a good point from our side. And all the players make a good performance, especially John, playing a position is a natural position for the absence from Kyle and Danilo, and he did really well. And Dino make an extraordinary performance in this position. So in general, we make a good performance, especially in the second half.
Hi Pep, a couple of weeks ago you mentioned the not conceding any shots on target, and you said the positional game is so good. How has that come about? Is that something you've worked on particularly, or they just improved over time?
We worked since 3 years ago. So any team wants no shots on target through the ball, through the no defending, deeper. So today was 2 or 3 minutes, no more than that. 3-4 actions or 4 actions. We defend deeper. They make switch play. They cross and Vogues and Barnes second half and Woods, and the other one they are so dangerous. It's so difficult, complicated. That's why we thought about they have to leave. We have to live far away from Eddie, and they have to be problems to arrive in our box, because when we concede falls and something like that. But the first action in the game, we have the ball. We provoke a yellow card from Bini after 1 minute. And cross, and they won the cross, and we were lucky. It was was over the post, and that is what they have still to improve. So we knew that, but after international break, that it's quite normal. So from my experience in Barcelona, Bayern Munich here, after national break, the people take a little bit time to settle, and we need 3 or 4 or 5 minutes to do that, and you have to improve a little bit in that situations. But after that, especially in the second half, we were solid in the way we played, in our build-up. I think Kevin helped us to make another step, another rhythm, a little bit. But it's his quality, and everybody was in a high level.
Hi Pep, what do you think of the performance of Riyad Mahrez today? Was that the perfect response to the penalty miss at Liverpool?
Yeah, I think in Anfield, that's why I decided to play again. He played so good in Anfield. It was not easy playing there. It was a lot of personality. Football can happen that only the takers can miss the penalty. That's not a problem, but the performance was good. He made an incredible goal. But the assist he created, how aggressive when he got the ball, how aggressive went to the fullbacks. Our movements between the fullback central defender with David, especially second half with Phil, were so good. So the second half, Bernardo moved better in that position, and he made a good. We knew it. So he's a talent player. So he's a guy who likes to play with the ball. He's a guy who don't miss balls, and in the box, in the 16-yard box, he's a danger guy, because he's a guy who go to by line, who can score with left, right. So it's a good sign for us.
Question about that.
Hi Pep, Fred pro Esporte Interativo Brasil. Just would like to ask you some words about Fernandinho's performance. You just said it was extraordinary performance, but how this type of game can...
Fernandinho, in the period I am with him, or we are together, was so important player for us, no doubt about that. But today was clever in that fact sometimes need a little bit more time to find the next line, to find the wingers, to find the strikers, to find the attacking midfielders when he receives the ball. And today was clever. Today was his body shape every time he received the ball, he was ready to play in that. And many times we contact with David, with Bernardo, Kevin, the second half, and Phil. So he was incredible. Today was one of the best performances I've played this season. And the light, so he's important, a key player for us.
Do you think, Pep, with everything that you've done since you've come here, that the players are now at a point where they just know they can kill teams in these bursts that you have? You have like 10-minute bursts at times, and you just seem to steamroll the teams. Do you feel like your players are at a point where they feel like they can do this very regularly and hurt teams very, very quickly?
Well, I think our level in at home, especially last season, this season is so high. So we won all the games at home with a good performance in general, with a good games, and we feel we attack more comfortable now. We have more options to score a goal. Today, I scored 5 different players. That is so important. Not put all the pressure in Sergio, Gabriel, or the other ones. And it's a team. Burnley is not a team like they defend deep 90 minutes. No. So the base high, and they wanna when Lennon and Goodmanson can run, and of course the long balls for them, they can create chances. But of course we will learn. I think every day we attack better when they defend deeper, and of course especially with Kevin when he's coming back, and with Raj, with Leroy, with Gabriel, with Sergio, when the people attack us, because that is normal, and we regain the ball. We are guys like have a lot of pace to run to the counter-attack. So for us it's so important to combine both things, not just attacking when the teams defend deep.
Particularly at home, once you get a goal, you're very good then, overwhelming.
Yeah.
Opponents very quick.
Yeah, but today it's happened. I don't know, and I should think about what happened in the previous games at home, but I would say that we feel comfortable at home with our people, our side. So last season we draw against I think Everton and lose against United, but the end we won all the games, and we feel comfortable with our fans, the pitch now, the grass. Thank you for the greenkeepers from Man City is in perfect condition. They help us to play quicker, and we feel comfortable. So important is even when we rotated the players, so we can keep going to be consistent, especially in the Premier League, and that is so important.
Joe.
You mentioned Kevin De Bruyne twice, Pep. How quickly do you think that he can return to his best? Are you going to blood him in gently, or do you think he's ready to play a series of games straight away?
Well, I think it's quite quick, so it's not pain in the eyes. A guy who's physically so strong. Who need minutes, but that's why it was the first time 30 minutes is so important. We will see in Shakhtar. By Shakhtar, we have Tottenham, Fulham, we have a lot of games. So, but of course, he is not new. It's not like Riyad. It's 3 years together. When we say something, he knows what do you have to do. And you have another important player. So we were this season without him, and now he's another guy who's going to help us to achieve what we want to do. Especially the first target, play good. Our first target always the result. Always we believe is a consequence the way we want to play, and then not just thinking about when you ask me the first question about the result. It's not thinking about what we have done, and that is what from the beginning we spoke about that.
Okay, guys, an embargo, please, for 10:30 Sunday. Mondays. Simon.
Pep, you mentioned Kyle Walker being injured. Is he out for a long time, do you know?
I don't know. Hopefully he can come back on Tuesday in Donetsk, but he came back from the national team with the problems in his part of his adductor and groins, but some problems there and we didn't want to take a risk today.
Can John Stones fill in with Walker and Danilo out, or will you be looking at other options?
I don't have many options in that positions again, so if John cannot play there, maybe Fabi or Zinchenko, but they are left foot, playing right, so it's a little bit more complicated. And today, John, I congratulate him in the locker room because I know it's his position and he did really well, especially, Burnley they are strong in the set pieces, and with John, Bini, and Aime and Dino, we have quite enough to defend these kind of actions.
Pep, I think Sean Dyche has thought Vinny should have been red carded in the first minute. It's clearly a yellow. What was your view of it?
I don't know. It was there, went to the ball. I don't know if it was late or not, but I don't know.
Hi, Pep. Laporte has played more minutes than any other outfield player for you this season. Can you just talk a little bit about how he's kind of settled in and what he brings to your team in terms of, the first phase of time?
First, I would say we have an incredible 4 central defenders. That is the first. So when you're talking about, for example, Nico today didn't play last season, it would have not possible what we have done without Nico. But Laporte didn't have World Cup, was fresh, arrived in top conditions, and especially his left foot. And he helped us to make our build up. When the ball comes from the right, control to the left, immediately play with Leroy. That is the quicker that we play the right foot in that position. And even when he goes a little bit drive with the ball to the middle, so he can put the balls to Riyad, to Rush, to the right side. So he gave us the 2 alternatives to make our game quicker. It's so important to have a central defender left. And he's fit. He's training every single day, so professional, so seriously. And he's playing good level. That's why he trusts a lot in that moment. But the season is so long. And when Nico played this season and Bini today and John was in a good level. The important is every time, depends who plays in good level. That is a good sign for the team.
I think it's 5 clean sheets in a row now. Because you've got the ball a lot, obviously, how hard is it for a goalkeeper to sort of maintain his focus and keep goals out when he's...
Yeah, maybe it's not easy, but Eddie is a special keeper in that terms for his mentality. So it's the clean sheet is so important, but the most important thing is how many chances we concede. In Anfield it was almost 1. Today we didn't concede 1 shot on target. They had 1 more or less clear chance in the first half, Burnley. But after that, we were solid. So that, of course, we cannot win games if we are not solid from back. It's impossible. We concede goals and chances, no way. At the end, we are solid and we create. I think the average 20 shoots in every game. That is pretty good in terms of after 100 points, and the people can believe how good we are. So the people settle again. They are focused. And that is important. We have, against the first part of the season, we have just 9 Premier League games. But that is the way we want to keep until the end of the season. Of course, now Champions League is a different competition. Like we dropped 3 points here, now every game is a final. And we are going to play in Donetsk like a final.
Jack.
John's obviously he filled in 3 different positions this season already. How
Stones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many positions do you think he would be capable of playing?
Attacking midfielder, no. Winger, no. Striker, neither. No way. I think it's good for the young players like John Stone learn to play in different positions. He will help him to be more intelligent. He will help him to understand more the game. And he has more alternatives to play regularly because the managers need him in other positions. They can do it. Can put 3 in the back, in the 4. Position central defender, of course. But I think he can play in the holding midfielder because we have just Dino. So he can play in different positions. That is good for him because we cannot forget he's 22, 23 years old. So have his career in front of him.
Just going back to Kyle Walker, when he picked up his injury when he was away with England, was that before or after he played against Spain? Was that picked up during the match?
I think it was there. I think he complained there that it was not quite good. It felt good. And that is what said to us when he came back. And that's why he didn't feel comfortable and that's why he was not ready to play today.
Sorry, so you think did he pick up the injury before the actual match but still played?
Well, I think in Spain he didn't play. Played 10-15 minutes. But in that period, I think what they told me, he didn't feel so good, so comfortable.
Okay,
thank you guys.